Good morning, men. Scott Lett, owner of Iron City Power Washing. Look at this cow. Got his head under the fence. All that grass out there, and he had to have that piece. Anyways, hope you guys have been doing well. So yeah, officially Iron City Power Washing now. Closed the door officially on Pro Exterior Cleaning. I'm going to be getting those mixed up, I'm sure, because for the past year and a half I've been saying Pro Exterior Cleaning. But anyways, we are about 2 days out from loading up the truck and moving back to Alabama. Our house here is closing in like a week and a half, and we've already closed on our new house in Alabama. So I've already started doing some marketing on Facebook, getting some Google ads and campaigns running. I'm not doing that for now. I'm doing that for 6 months from now, which is the new year. So I'm focusing on 2022 already. I know in my videos around this time last year, I shared with you guys, how I have a really good start to my busy season, and that starts right now. We are on the back end of busy season. Things are starting to slow down a little bit, and so do some jobs, but you can also start building business for the next busy season. So I had a record-breaking March and April. I think combined I made around $44,000 in those 2 months alone. So and that was because I went out and found commercial work. Given a lot of my commercial bids did not convert, there was a huge ice storm and a lot of commercial properties, a lot of plumbing, electrical, a lot of the mechanical things that that take place inside the buildings were either ruined or needed repairs. So I would imagine a lot of budgets were eaten up because of that ice storm. And then the year before that was the pandemic. So there's a lot of different variables, guys, that we just can't control, as far as the economy goes, and winter storms and viruses and things like that. But you just gotta put your head down and just keep grinding and moving forward. And I ended up having a really good year here, I feel like, for a busy season, but it's just not where I want it to be. Back in Birmingham, Iron City Power Washing is already established. I can't even begin to tell you guys how many jobs we already have lined up, school systems lined up for next year, how many people I've already talked to and reached out to me back home. So it's the relationship aspect, guys. You got to have relationships, and that's why it's hard to show up in a new city and start really any kind of service industry. You need to have relationships, and a strong network of people who want to, see you do well. That was probably my biggest challenge here, but learning how to actually build a marketing plan really helped me. So, and it took time, but I was getting calls. But anyways, guys, that was the main reason I wanted to make this video. Just give you guys an update on actually I have another announcement, something that I've learned, a very hard life lesson. But anyways, I just want to encourage you guys, you may see your calls slowing down a little bit, because kids are getting ready to go back to school. The spring and summer cleaning probably has already happened, but that doesn't mean you stop running your campaigns. That doesn't mean you stop running your Facebook ads. Keep those babies going, keep them flowing, because you want to stay fresh on people's minds, because you don't know. I mean, there could be a huge Christmas party at this person's house, and their in-laws are coming in town, and their house is covered in mold and mildew, and they need someone, and you may be the last person they saw, and subconsciously, like, you have become their power washing guy. You really never know. I mean, that's why it's important to just continue running your ads, running your campaigns. You could lower your budget a little bit, but just keep them running. Go back and, if you forgot to ask for some reviews from your customers, go back to your CRM, which I hope you have, and see if you can ask, some people for some reviews. Those reviews will really help you rank in your area. the guys that I've noticed, I've done a lot of research back in Birmingham and here, Oklahoma City, even Tennessee, Georgia, and the ones that are ranking really well are the ones who have a good bit of reviews, and not only just reviews, but 5-star reviews. So the jobs that you feel like went really well, which I hope is most of them, just go back and ask, hey, do you mind if I, I send you a link to, leave us a review. If you do that, I'll send you a $10, gift card to Starbucks or whatever gift or coffee shop they enjoy. That's what I do. Is it bribery? Kind of. But if you did a good job for them, which, I make sure I do a very thorough job. I do walkthroughs before. I'll even bring them out there during, I'm sending them pictures as I'm outside their house and videos, because people tend to forget what their home or their driveway look like. Before you clean it, they come out and they may be impressed, but they kind of forgot what it looked like. But if you're sending them videos and pictures as you're cleaning, and a lot of communication, some may find that annoying, but they're seeing your work. I mean, you're out there, you're on the property, you're cleaning, you're showing them, you're engaging them in the cleaning, because it's all about customer experience, guys, to get your 5-star review. I mean, from phone call to showing up on time to your estimate, to doing the actual work, and then doing a very thorough walkthrough, making sure they're happy, having a conversation with them, and that's how you get a 5-star review. So yeah, guys, that's my main encouragement today, outside of what I'm about to tell you, is if you're starting to slow down a little bit, go ahead and start thinking about the new year. How can you build more business for next year? What can you do different? What marketing tactic can you add to your plan? Because you want the tangible, you want the intangibles, you want your yard signs, you want your flyers, your business cards. You want your truck wrap, which is just a mobile yard sign. I think we talked about that before. And then you want your digital marketing to be on point, right? You want all that. Those are all the quiver, or all the arrows you need in your marketing quiver, right? And understand, you got to kind of pick and choose your battles, or pick and choose which marketing items you want initially to get started. Really that's just your preference, working your inner circle, your friends and family, creating some very generic yard signs, tend to work. Once you get some nice before and afters, you can start running some Facebook ads, which is usually on the lower budget side. And then if you want to start really doing some, heavy marketing, you can, get a website built and hop on Google and do a Google local services page along with your Google My Business page and run campaigns. And you could even hop on Instagram, because they're all connected. If you have activity on all those accounts, Google likes that. Your website needs to have a lot of content, because Google looks for specific words, and their algorithm changes every month. So, anyways, guys, go and start thinking about the new year. Go and start thinking about what you can do different for 2022 that you didn't do for 2021. Don't beat yourself up if things are starting to slow down. I've had a lot of guys reach out to me and say, hey man, like, have you stayed busy? My situation is different. I've closed down everything, a month and a half ago to prepare to move and all that kind of stuff. But I still get Facebook messages, I still get calls, and I just kind of refer them out to a guy in the area who bought my book of business. So I would imagine with the marketing plan I had in place and the money I was spending, I probably would stay pretty busy until, I'd say, November, December, when it really gets cold. But just realize, guys, like, you cannot just hop into this industry and start making 6 figures. That's just not realistic. If you do, more power to you. You must have a really strong network, and you must be spending a ton of money on marketing. And you must be really good at getting reviews. If you can figure out those 3 things, there's a possibility. So, this is what I wanted to tell you guys. This is a very tough life lessons that I've learned. But I had my 20-inch surface cleaner stolen off my truck. You guys are probably thinking, man, you need to have locks and all that stuff. Well, I do. I have all my machines locked. You need a forklift to get off my hot water machine and my 8-gallon per minute machine. You're not getting that off. I use different bolts with different heads to bolt down strap down my pressure washer, because if anyone tried to steal it, I mean, they would need all kind of different drill bits to get it out. And I make it kind of tough. Plus, there's locks on them. In other words, my machines aren't going anywhere. But the accessories, the wands, the surface cleaners, even your 12-volt pump, those things can be stolen pretty easily. But I mean, what I do is I usually keep my surface cleaners and stuff in my garage, and my ladders, and then, you know, I kind of pick and choose what I need for that day, and I load it up. But with the move, I just went ahead and threw everything on my truck, you know, thinking that, you know, everything will be fine for a few days. Came home yesterday from the grocery store in my wife's van, and I was like, something looks different on my truck. Well, my 20-inch surface cleaner is gone. So, and it's crazy because my 28-inch was sitting right next to it, and I had it folded up, you know, it was packed on my truck for the move. They didn't touch it. They took the 20-inch. So, and they didn't touch anything else. Like, I had my ladders, I had everything just laying right there next to my truck. I'm in a pretty safe neighborhood, pretty good area, good, you know, good people, it seems like, but it's gone. But the joke's on them, because that thing is definitely not running at full capacity. And honestly, I've been wanting to get a 16-inch Whisper Wash anyways. That would run better with my 4 gallon per minute machine. So I'm going to purchase a 16-inch Whisper Wash for my 4 gallon per minute machines, and obviously I have my 28-inch for my 8 gallon per minute. So, and then my business partner back in Birmingham has another big guy, and then he has a 42-inch because he has 2 10 gallon per minute machines. Crazy setup. Anyways, guys, just make sure you protect your equipment. Make sure you know, have your equipment locked up. Don't get lackadaisical in that department. I would say that I kind of did. I just threw everything on my truck, getting ready to move, and that's what happened. So someone's been eyeballing my truck. Someone noticed it in my neighborhood, and I know I said noticed, weird, and stole it. That's what happened. But you know what? You know, they're going to show up to a job with their 2.3 gallon per minute machine, their electric pressure washer, and trying to run a 20-inch surface cleaner, and joke's on them. So anyways, guys, just be careful. Make sure your equipment's safe. Make sure it's locked down. Just make sure that if you have a flatbed like I do and it doesn't fit in your garage, or you keep your equipment outside, that it's locked. Take all your valuable things off, leave it in your garage, and just pack it up each day. It's kind of annoying, but that's what I have to do. But I'm very thankful for my truck. And if you notice you're kind of slowing down, don't be worried. It's normal. Maybe start advertising for the 2 services that are essential items, and what meaning gutter cleaning and window cleaning. Those 2 services should get you in front of a lot of people, even during the slow season. You're not gonna make as much money, but you know, that gives you a chance to upsell, you know, once you're out there. But anyways, guys, Scott Litt, Iron City Power Washing. Just wanted to give you an update on kind of where I'm at, and just kind of tell you guys, hey, people steal stuff, and just keep an eye on your equipment, keep it locked down, keep it safe. See you guys in Birmingham.